Educate, please, this panel of experts here, and I say that with quotes around it, about why this sort of throwing money at the issue, bailing out, may be potentially reckless and damaging for the future of this nation's economy.
Well, in order to understand that, you have to understand how we got into this mess. We got into this mess by spending too much, borrowing too much, and inflating too much.
What's up, man? What are you doing?
Watching the news, same old shit, man.
I don't even watch that shit anymore.
Yeah, I'm telling you, all this nonsense going around, we need to change. For real, for real, for real, for real.
Yo, why is this economy at rock bottom? Why we keep shooting the towels when we already shot them? Why do we fight when we already fought them? Why the rich waste money on rocks when they already got them? Why is this question in every line of the song? Why you think I'm asking why? It's cause we always doing wrong. Why would Barry use steroids when he was already strong? Why you think he hit so many home runs that went so long? Why can everyone just all be friends? Why do you get up and leave the game before it already ends? Just moved on, got money, and left in your bins. Why isn't blinding you inside? Why don't you wear another lens? Why don't people speak up for what they believe in? Why do they keep it quiet? Why do drugs keep coming and leaving? Why are we procrastinating and just waiting for change? That's why we got President Obama, he'll make that change.
Let's make the change. We need to come together. No matter what your race is, let's change for the better. Why do we kill? Or why do we cheat and steal? Why isn't everybody equal? We need to change for real.
Why do I write what I write? Why do I push myself to be an artist? Even though I'm white, why am I never backing down in this fight? Why am I measured so small in rap when I be perfect height? Why can't fans look deeper inside? Why can't the United States of America show more pride? Why do we pay so much money to fill up our rides? Why can't taxes be cut and be thrown to the side? Why is the drinking age 21? Why is that the law when 18's the age to be at war and shoot a gun? Why isn't weed legalized? That needs to be redone. Liquor kills more people, it's the more dangerous one. Why am I stating this shit? Yeah, you know it's the truth. Why did I get a passion and spit all this in the booth? Why do I wake up every day and dream what I dream? It's cause I have visions, and why wouldn't I be who I be?
Let's make the change. We need to come together. No matter what your race is, let's change for the better. Why do we kill? Or why do we cheat and steal? Why isn't everybody equal? We need to change for real.
Yo, why can't there be a cure for cancer? Why can't there be a medicine that the doctor can just hand you? Why did cheaters get married if they know they're gonna chance you? Why did Miley post that pic she took with a camera? Why would Chris Breezy beat up Rihanna? Why would he take a bite out of a woman hard as a sauna? Why we still getting threats from that faggot Osama? Why do I read about a daughter being killed by her own mama? Why did lightning strike that Air France plane? Why can't shit be made so planes can tame storm's pain? Why does a serial killer's brain go insane? Why are the homeless left out in the cold snow and the rain? Why do more and more workers get laid off from their jobs? Why does pollution poison the air, producing the smog? Why have a rhyme stating these 51 whys? It's cause shit needs to change before more and more cries. And that's why, yeah.
We need to come together. No matter what your race is, let's change for the better. Why do we kill? Or why do we cheat and steal? Why isn't everybody equal? We need to change for real.